Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make delicious Nigerian puff puff, the no-fail recipe to get you delicious round puff puff every time. So the first thing you're going to be needing for this recipe is obviously flour, and every ingredient I'm using, their measurements will be in the description box. So to the flour you're going to add some salt, some sugar, enough sugar, just how you want it. And then of course we're going to be adding some nutmeg powder. This amplifies the flavor. To that I'm going to be adding some dry active yeast, and we're going to mix all of this together before I add the wet ingredients. Guys, puff puff is so easy and it is so yummy if you know how to make it yourself. Mix till everything is well incorporated. Make sure there are no sugar lumps in your flour mixture. Just use your hand and mix everything together till you can feel that it is properly mixed together and there are no lumps involved at all. For this recipe I'm going to be using warm milk. I feel like milk just amplifies your puff puff and takes it from ordinary to, classy tasting puff puff. Feel free to use warm water if that is what you like, but personally I love to make my puff puff with warm milk all the time. Adding my warm milk into the mixture. Make sure your milk is warm, or the water you are using is warm to touch, something that you can feed a baby with. Doesn't have to be hot. If it is hot, it will kill the yeast, and if it's cold, it will not activate. Now we're going to mix. Now to get you good puff puff, your batter has to be thick. Not thick like you want to knead it, but thick enough for you to be able to just scoop it out and it doesn't fall off your hand. Like you can see in this video, the batter is quite thick because after rising, this particular batter is just going to become light, and if it is light right here in this mixing stage, it's going to become very watery once it is done rising, and we do not want that. Okay, so guys, I have a tip that I'm going to be sharing with you on how to make sure your puff puff rises. I know a lot of people always complain about their puff puff not rising, it comes out flat. This particular tip would help you wherever you are in the world, even if you're in the coldest region. So before we get to rising this batter, we're going to cover it with a sling film, or just use a kitchen towel, whatever it is that you have. Basically cover it to make sure that no air comes in contact with it. Now here is my secret. I am going to be putting this batter into a bowl of warm water. It is a bit hot, but not very hot. And to that I am going to put the bowl that contains the batter. This secret will help your puff puff rise very fast, like in short time, guys. Very fast. As you can see, my puff puff batter is ready. Look at that. It is ready, guys. This is one trick to help your puff puff rise very fast, whatever the weather or wherever it is that you are in the world. Once you have this secret that I have just shared with you, you can use this particular secret for anything that has to do with yeast and you want it to rise. Look how beautiful that is looking. Now here is the deal. You're going to gently scoop it, as you see me doing, into your oil. Your oil should be hot enough for it to float instantly, but not too hot to burn it. Scoop it into your oil gently. Because the batter is thick, I'm able to cut it out little by little and then drop it in the oil. That way it comes out forming these ball shapes. But if your oil is too hot and your batter is too watery, this will not happen. Okay, these are all the tips and tricks that you need to make delicious puff puff and round looking puff puff. If you're still watching and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, click on that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss my videos. This is how easy and simple it is to make puff puff, guys. This is it. I make this every week for my family, for my children, or even when I have guests, and it has never ever failed me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.